Wow, guys, Bill O'Reilly called out The View for their left agenda. Check this out.
Have OCD or, germ phobias? Is that why you do
No,
the
I just want to get to the chase here. So many questions. I know you have.
Yeah, so, okay.
Look at you. Look, every time I come on here, she's, how did this happen?
Bill, I have a case of gas. That's all that's bothering me. Yeah.
She's just always been just a rude, disrespectful person. I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Everybody Hates Chris, but she was just a rude person even in that show. I could tell like, even though they say she was acting, I don't think she was acting. This type of person, she never has to get into character when she's playing that type of character. She never has to get into character because that's who she really is. Just a rude, just nasty person. Just miserable. Just miserable.
It's not you.
Seems to happen when you're here.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say some right-wing plot or something.
No, just gas.
Just gas. All right, well, so while we're gassing here, so Republicans, November election, they say that the Republicans are going to come out on top. What do you think?
You know, it's hard to predict this stuff because, stuff goes in and out, and it's tightening up in places like West Virginia and Washington State now. So I don't make predictions, but I will say it is a referendum on President Obama. That is what this vote is about. It's not about the individual candidates. It's about him. And people on the right, conservative people, are angry, so they're more likely to come out than the people on the left.
Are you angry?
Not really, because, the Fox News Channel did not suffer in this recession. We prospered in this recession, and I feel kind of guilty about it because a lot of my friends, working-class people, are not doing well. But we did great. So, I'm not angry about that. I'm always a little teed off about politics because I think they're a bunch of phonies, and I don't think most of them look out for us in either party.
Well, I know your show is always a... Bill O'Reilly's show gets big numbers. I know that, Bill. But now you're up against Spitzer.
Who?
Elliot Spitzer on CNN.
Not everybody's as inside as you are.
No, Elliot Spitzer is on CNN opposite Bill O'Reilly.
Well, we wish him well. It's a competitive marketplace, and he's there. He gets his shot.
You don't really wish him well, but that's...
No, I really don't. I don't care what he does. Okay. I'm not that...
So that immediately, that's how they treat someone they don't like. And that they've been doing it for ages. You could tell by the quality of this video. 2010, actually. They've been treating people that they don't like this for ages. Just horrible.
Got you.
Nasty.
It won't, I don't think. But look, I'm not one of these guys, I want to kill him. There's a few people I want to kill, but he's not one.
Who do you want to kill? Who do you want to kill? You're looking at me very sexually now.
No, I'm not that kind of guy. There's a couple of people who I'm not going to name their names because that gives them publicity, but who are nasty and hateful, and I don't like those people.
One thing you do on your show every night is you show Obama's dropping approval ratings. Now, do you think this is...
No, I don't do that every night, Sherry. Okay. I only do it when the new poll comes out, which is my job to do it. If it goes up, I'll show that.
In fairness, I've seen that as well.
Do you think it's because of the economy?
Of course.
That his...
Two things, and that's an excellent question. Two things are driving President Obama's poll numbers down and driving him individually crazy because he didn't expect any of this. The economy is just flat. All right, numbers came out today. Again, they're not good. So that's number one. But number two...
But then he inherited a lot of it and he hasn't been there 10 years.
But that statute of limitations will run out on that. He spent $1 trillion. Whoa! Yeah. Look, when you spend $1 trillion trying to turn it around, it doesn't work, that's on you, okay? It's not on the pinheads before you. Macroeconomics is not my deal. Okay. I'm just explaining why his numbers are down. So the people see $1 trillion of their tax money and nothing to show for it yet. But they also see a widening gulf between the president and them personally. And that's what I write about in Pinheads and Patriots. All right, let me give you an example. The mosque down here on 9/11. That's inappropriate. It's sure they have a right to do it and the Constitution, but it's inappropriate because a lot of the 9/11 families, who I know, say, "Look, we don't want that. That shouldn't be there."
But what about the discussion?
No. But there's the president. There's the president going, "Well, they have a right to do it."
Yes.
And then the guy says,
and
then
this is America.
Hold it. Listen to me because you'll learn. All right. Thank you. So he says to the press, yeah, they have a right to do it, and that's true. Yeah. And then the question is, but what about the wisdom of it, Mr. President? And he goes, I'm not going to comment. Whereupon everybody in the country goes, what?
Well, wait a minute. Let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this.
So you're saying that that Americans are not smart enough to recognize that while it is part of our Constitution to say freedom of religion and freedom to worship, and there were 70 families who are Muslim who also died in that building. So you're saying that that his saying that they have the right to do it and not saying any more than that is why his approval rating has gone down?
I'm showing that there is a gulf between Americans wanted to know what his opinion was on the issue, and he wouldn't give it.
We're Americans.
That's one thing.
But you know,
So what about
that
You agree with it.
No,
Most
we're Americans. I'm an American.
Let me break this to you. 70% of Americans don't want that mosque down there. So don't give me the we
Where's
biz.
that poll? I want to see that
You
poll.
want to bet on that? You want to bet? I'll show you that poll in a minute.
All I'm saying is I'm American.
Americans don't want
70% don't want it
But
down
why
there.
is that? But why aren't we
Because
saying...
it's inappropriate.
Why is it inappropriate when 70 families died?
Muslims
What are you
killed
talking
us
about?
on 9/11.
Oh, my God. That is...
Muslims didn't kill us on 9/11? Is that what you're saying?
Excuse me, extremists did that.
Whoopi could sit there screaming at another person and say extremists, extremists. Does she not today? Does she not? Yes, today. Does she not sit there and spread extreme hate for the guy that's about to be the president of the United States? Does she not do that week after week? She doesn't even want to say his name. He lives in her head rent free. He doesn't have to pay rent to stay in her head, man. Let's keep going, man.
What religion was Mr. McVeigh? Mr. McVeigh was an extremist
I'm
as well,
telling
and
you,
he killed people.
70% of the country.
I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here. I don't. I'm outraged by that statement.
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
Something to all of you. You have just seen what should not happen. We should be able to have discussions without washing our hands and screaming and walking.
So, I honestly feel bad for her because she is probably turning in her grave after she's seen what the show turned into, guys. Like she's probably actually just turning. You see that whole debate? He got to speak what he wanted to speak. She didn't interrupt. She may have once, but she didn't interrupt and just threatened to leave. You see, when they threatened to leave, he just said, "Go, just go." Like, I honestly feel bad for this woman because she thought she had something good. She thought she has a good show that's gonna live on, and then they do what they do today, and they act like this right in front of her. Those people would have never saw live television ever again. They would have never saw it unless they were watching it. Man, I'm telling you, it was so many red flags in the beginning that it's crazy to me that they didn't notice back then. Let's see a little bit more what she has to say, guys. We're gonna close this video out.
Off stage. I love my colleagues. It should not have happened. Now, let me just say to you in a calmer voice, it was extremist. You cannot take a whole religion and demean them because
Not
of what
demeaning
some...
anybody.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
When you
No,
say that it was Muslims,
if that's what you think,
that's what we
Muslim
think.
Extremists
Extremists.
kill.
You didn't say that. Bill, can I just, you didn't say
But
that.
here's the issue,
You
and this
should
is what has to be
apologize.
understood.
You've got to make a
All right,
distinction,
if
Bill.
anybody felt that I was demeaning all Muslims,
Yes.
So, I honestly want to know what you guys think. Do you think he went overboard with the way he conducted himself? Do you think they went overboard with the way they connected themselves? I honestly want to know what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what to react to, guys. We're out.